All right, you those at home on Zoom, if you have a strap or anything that resembles a yoga strap, please have one. A nice long robe belt would work also. All right, everybody, welcome. Thanks for being here. Let's close our eyes, sit up tall, and take the next few moments to center ourselves, focusing on our breath. Please bring your breathing back to normal. And please, let's take a deep breath together and Om in. Om. Om Balu Satguru Bhagavan Ki, the divine is the inner teacher. We're going to be working on twists again this week. Twisting is really, really good for your spinal health as well as your digestive system. And we'll start in staff pose Dandasana. So make sure your pelvis is slightly tilted forward so you have a neutral lower back. Bring your shoulders back and down, feet up, knees up, belly in. Think about your head right on top of your shoulders. Engage your leg muscles and then bring your arms way up overhead. Reach the fingertips as high as you can. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, open your arms in a T. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Keep your arms up this time, and rather than putting them down, keep your arms parallel to the mat. Shift your left bottom, your left hip forward just a little bit as you twist here. And think about using your torso, your belly muscles to help twist. Come all the way back to center. Arms go back up, reach up, inhale. Exhale, arms in a T. Inhale here. Exhale, twist left. So now the right hip will come forward a little bit. Your arms stay parallel to the mat. Take a couple of breaths here. Keep both legs engaged, both feet flexed. Inhale. Exhale, come back to center. Grab your strap and loop it around your feet like so. Okay, so now start with a straight spine. Just have your strap handy so that you can grab it in just a moment. But first we want to reposition our spine so it's nice and long. Everything in yoga is about lengthening the spine. So think about the crown of your head going way up to the ceiling. And keep that neutral lower back as you come forward. You don't have to come very far. Keep your feet flexed and use your strap if you would like to bring your body forward. Just keep the back long. Don't let the lower back buckle. And then just relax here. Your knees can be bent if you like a little bit. They don't have to be perfectly straight. And then relax and breathe every time you exhale, maybe go a little deeper. Now, if you were to go very low in this pose, think about your belly would be the first thing to hit down onto your legs. Keeping that nice long spine. So this is a hamstring stretch, but also you might feel it in your low back. As long as you keep your back long, you might feel some traction in your lower back as well. Okay, slowly come upright. Come onto your backs with your head facing toward me and have your strap is within reach. If you would like to put a loop in your strap, you know what, never mind, don't put a loop in your strap. Take all the loops out of your strap if you have any loops in your strap, because you're going to need the whole length of this. Okay, start with bent knees. Bring your right knee into your chest and then wrap the strap around the right foot, the ball of the right foot. Now keep your left leg bent for the moment, and you're going to raise your right leg up toward the ceiling so the sole of your foot is facing the ceiling. Now pay attention to what your hips are doing. Don't let your hips rise up as you now will straighten your left leg long on the mat. Keep that neutral spine. Don't let your low back collapse into the mat. There's a teeny little bit of air between your lumbar and the mat here. And you're just relaxing in the stretch as you coax your leg towards your head. Now take both straps into your right hand and cock your foot out to the right so that you're rotating your thigh outward, opening the groin area. And then you're going to let that leg go to the right. It doesn't go all the way down, just go as far as your body will allow without lifting up your left hip. Okay, so your left hip is going to want to pop up here. Don't let it. In fact, take your hand and just push down on it. So you're not forcing your right leg to go any further than you need it to go. If it were to touch down to the floor, the outside edge of your foot would be touching down. So the outside edge of your right foot is parallel to the ground. Now bring the leg back to center. Take both parts of your belt into your left hand. Take your right hand and push down into the right hip crease as you let this right leg come over to the left side of your body, keeping it straight. You don't have to come very far to feel this. And if you do, that means you're letting your right hip cock up. Don't let any, leave your ribs long on the right side is what I'm trying to say. Don't crunch your ribs up on the right side. And then bring the leg back to center. Bend your knee, remove the strap. Bend both knees. Bring the left knee to the chest. Now you're going to wrap the strap around the left foot. And that foot's going to point to the ceiling, sole of the foot up. Now make sure you keep your spine neutral, as now you're going to lower your right leg long on the mat. Don't let your back collapse. And think about keeping both sides of your torso evenly open. Now cock the foot out to the left slightly so that you're opening your groin area as you put the strap in your left hand and let the leg fall open to the side. Now, again, don't let the right hip come up. Put your hand on it to force it down. If the leg were to open all the way, the side of your foot would touch down to the floor first. But you don't have to come very far to feel this. Think about neutral spine, neutral spine, neutral spine. Okay, leg comes back to center, and then you're going to take the strap into your right hand and flex the foot and bring it to the right side of your body, just past the center line. Put your hand or your thumb into that left hip crease to prevent it from crawling up toward your shoulder. Keep both sides of your ribs long and equal. Okay, bring the leg back to center. Bend both knees now and bring both feet into the strap. And then both feet are going to come up toward the ceiling. So this is like a reclined Dandasana, reclined staff pose. So you want to make sure you have a neutral lower back. Don't allow your low back to push into the mat here. This is what we did seated just a moment ago. Now, take your hands wide on your belt and see if you can widen your feet apart from each other as far as they will go with the belt in your hands. So now you're in a V. Your legs are in a V. You still have your neutral spine. And then you're just gently coaxing your feet towards your head. We're going to be doing this when we sit up. So this is a warm-up. That was funny. All right, slowly bring the legs together, bend your knees, remove everything, and roll over and come seated. As promised. You can sit up on something if you like. We're going to start with taking our right foot and bringing it into the inside of the left leg. Make sure your back is neutral, your spine is nice and tall. Keep your left foot flexed, have the belt available on your left side of your body. Inhale, open your arms in a T. Exhale, twist to the right. So this time we are going to take the left hand on the right thigh and the right hand behind us. Your knee is open. If you can place your thigh on the mat, go ahead and do that, your right leg. Take a deep breath here. As you exhale, come to center and then rotate your body so that your chest is over the left leg. And this is where your strap may come in handy to put over that foot. Don't lock out the knee here. You can bend this knee a lot if you want, or straighten it, but just don't block it. And then you're going to bring your chest down towards your thigh, keeping your back long. So it doesn't matter how far down you come, as long as you keep your long spine. Think about, maybe it won't happen, but if you think about arching your low back, that will prevent it from buckling out. And if you were to get lower into this pose, your belly would touch down first to your leg. Okay, come back upright. Remove the strap. And now bring both feet out to the V-sit that we just did a moment ago on our backs. If you want to pad your heels on something, or if you want to go sideways on your mat, whatever you want to do to keep your heels happy. Now make sure your knees are up and your feet are up here. Knees up, feet up. This is a nice groin opener here. Take your right hand beside your right hip, and then the left arm goes up. Inhale, exhale, lean over as we crescent to the right. Try to keep the right shoulder back. Maybe even if you turn your head up to the right, it'll help that shoulder. And then pull it back upright and let the arm float down. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist to the right. Left hand on the right leg. Right hand goes behind you. Keep your knees up and your feet up as you twist. Inhale. Exhale, come all the way back to center. Bring your hands in front of you and just support your torso as you lean forward, keeping a long spine. You can bend your knees here. Don't let them hyperextend. Don't let them lock out or hyperextend. Just keep a micro bend in them, or you can bend them a lot. If it's too much of a stretch, just bend your knees more. And then just allow your body to relax. Come forward. If you want to grab your toes, you can grab your toes, as long as you don't compromise your spine by doing that. Meaning you keep your back nice and long. Our 85-year-old yoga friend, Jimmy Hatcher, can do this, grabbing his toes. I know, you got a ways to go. And you haven't been practicing for 20 years yet. All right, come back upright. Put your hands underneath your knees so that when you bend them, you gently bend and then walk them back in. Bring them back forward. And then we're going to now bend the left knee and bring that foot inside of the right leg. Right foot is flexed, right knee is up. You have the strap handy on the right side of your body. Your spine is long. You've got the neutral lower back, chest is open. Inhale, open your arms in a T. Exhale, twist left. Right hand comes on the left leg, left hand behind. So you're going to be moving your right hip forward slightly as you do this, so that your sacrum is moving with your spine, your pelvis. One more breath. And then come all the way back to center and keep rotating your torso so it's lined up over the right leg. Keep the knee up and the foot up. And this is where you might want to use your strap just to help you come forward. Bringing your belly down towards your thigh. And then relax. The knee can be slightly bent. Make sure your back stays long. Think about tilting your pelvis forward as if you were trying to arch your back. And then come back upright. And then come into our Upavista Konasana again, the V-sit here with wide legs. This is called Upavista Konasana. Knees are up, the feet are up. Good. Take your left hand, plant it by your left hip, and the right arm comes up. And we're going to crescent over to the left. Yeah, turn your head up. Look underneath your arm. Keep that shoulder back. Feel how this opens up your ribs, your right ribs. Inhale, reach up. Let that hand float down. Inhale, open arms. Exhale, twist left, right hand behind, right hand on the leg, left hand behind. So you are going to shift your hips slightly. Your right hip's going to come forward slightly as you twist. Inhale. Exhale, come all the way back forward. Bring your hands in front and use your hands as your support as you bring your body forward. Keeping the spine long. Don't let the chin drop. Think about your head staying in line with the rest of your spine. Keep the knees pointing up and the toes pointing up. Relax and breathe. Good. Okay. Come upright. Take your hands underneath your knees and slowly rebend them. And then if you're sitting on something, hop off of it. I'm going to go sideways. And have your knees bent. Take your hands underneath your thighs and pull your chest forward, up, and your shoulders back and down. Good. We're going to rock back onto our sacrum and lift our legs so that the calves are parallel to the mat. Now really, really hold your belly in here and breathe. Try not to let the low back collapse. Try not to bring your shoulders forward. Now bring the feet down. Let's see, we'll go take your left hand on the outside of your right leg, right hand behind you to twist. Your feet are still on the mat. So you want your legs to be parallel to each other. Now, if you want to lean on your back hand, you lift your legs parallel to the mat, just like we did a little bit ago, except now we're twisting. Okay, bring the feet down, bring your body forward, reset the spine, take your hands underneath your thighs, pull your chest forward, lengthen the spine. We'll rock back onto our sacrum again, come into our half boat pose. Keep the shoulders down, back nice and long. And now feet come down. Right hand goes on the left leg, left hand goes behind to twist in the opposite direction. And then lean on your hands so that you can lift your legs while you twist. Bring your feet down, come back forward. Now grab your belt. This is going to be fun. You may or may not need it, but have it handy. Take your left leg over your right leg. And then you're going to bend your knees and either put the belt on your right foot or you're going to grab your right foot with your left hand. Okay? Your left hand's grabbing your right foot. And then you're going to twist to the right, plant your right hand behind you, and then straighten your legs. So that your left ankle is resting on top of your right ankle. Twisted Navasana. Yeah. Good. So if you're using your strap should be on your right foot. Good. If you want to lift your back hand for a little bit of a challenge to balance, you can do that. Balance challenge. Good. One more breath. All right, rebend everything. Hug your knees into your chest, bring your forehead to your knees. And then we'll go the other way. So right ankle crosses over the left. Your left hand grabs wait a minute, am I doing this wrong? Right hand grabs the left foot, right? Yes. Isn't that what we just did or not?
No, you're right. You're right. Right hand grabs the
left foot.
foot. Yep.
Yeah, and then you turn to the left.
There we go.
Yeah. And again, if you want to lift your back hand, lift your back hand. Don't forget to breathe. Good, you guys. Really good. Okay. Bend the knees, release your feet, hug knees into your chest. Now you can round your spine. Push your C shape backwards, your spine backwards in a C shape. And then come upright, please, and come to the table. Grab your padding as needed here. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, sit back to your heels. Inhale, back to table, make the breath last. And then exhale into your cat, tucking the chin, toes, tail. Push the spine up toward the ceiling, really focusing between your shoulder blades. And then inhale through your nose as you untuck everything, let your belly drop down into your cow. Push the shoulders back, tailbone up. Good, and then exhale all the way back to your heels again. Inhale back to table. Exhale, twist open to the right. Right arm comes up to the ceiling. Now you can either stay here, or if you want to wrap your right arm around your back so that the back of your right hand is on the left waist. And then keep pushing that right shoulder back. Unwind if you're wound, and then bring the arm back down to table. Inhale, exhale, cat back. Inhale, cow pose, belly down, head forward. Exhale all the way back to your heels. Inhale, back to table. Exhale, twist the left arm open into the side. And here, if you want to wrap it around the back so that the back of your hand is resting on your waist. Keep pushing the left shoulder back. And then if you're wound, unwind, bring the hand back to table. And move back far enough on your mat so you can walk your hands way, way forward to come into puppy pose. So puppy pose is when your tailbone's up in the air, fingers are wide, your head's not on the mat, but melting between your arms, and your shoulders are rolling out because you're squeezing your forearms toward each other. Nice long stretch in the back. Think about your tailbone going way, 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 way up. Walk your hands back so that you're back into table. And then come on down to your belly into Sphinx pose. Good. Okay. Bring your forearms towards you so your chest comes forward and your shoulders go back. Take a couple of breaths here, thinking about elongating the spine. Push your thighs into the mat, push your pelvis into the mat. If you can, push the tops of your feet into the mat. Roll your thighs inward. Curl your toes under and push your body up into a forearm plank, the traditional forearm plank, one straight line from the crown of your head to your heels. Bring your pelvis back down. Lace your hands in front of you. Let your pinkies sort of nest into each other so your pinkies aren't pushing down into the mat, so that both pinkies are pushing down equally into the mat. Right. From here, plant your elbows close to your body, right underneath your shoulders. Lift your hips in the air, walk your knees in, So now you're in a table position, except your hands are clasped in front of you. Tuck your toes and lift your bottom up. So this is a dolphin pose, one variation of it. Your knees can be bent here. Walk your feet towards your arms as far as you can. And now I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what we're going to do. This is upper body work here. We're going to do dolphin push-ups. So your knees can be bent. You're going to bring your chin forward of your hands and then come back. And then again, forward of your hands and then come back. Forward of your hands, back. This is not easy, that's okay. Forward and back. Keep your elbows steady, don't let them go out. And then when you've had enough, go ahead and bring your knees down to the mat. Come back into your child pose. Sit all the way back to your heels. All right, push back to table. Tuck your toes, come into your downward facing dog. And bend the knees, walk up to the hands. Now pause here in this forward fold. You can have your blocks here if you like. Just pause here in this forward fold. Your knees can be bent. Walk your hands to the right. You can take your block with you so that they're planted on the outside of the right foot so that you're twisting here. Bending your left knee. Your left knee is going to bend slightly as you do this. Walk your hands back to the center. Both knees are bent. Walk your hands to the left. Your right knee is going to bend. Walk your hands back to center. And then walk them again back to the right, except this time your left hand is going to grab your right ankle. Your left knee is going to bend and your right arm is going to reach up to the ceiling as you straighten the leg. That arm comes down. Walk the hands to the left. Right hand goes on the left ankle. Left arm goes up toward the ceiling as you straighten your left leg. Keep the right knee bent. And the hand comes down, both hands back to center, and slowly come up. Inhale, exhale, arms in a T, Anjali Mudra, and Tadasana, mountain pose. Okay, bring your hands to heart center. We do a circle of breath here. Inhale as you push your fingertips up. Exhale as your arms come into a T and then return to your heart. We'll repeat. Big, long breath. Inhale. Exhale. Back to heart center. And again, inhale. Exhale. Back to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Pause in Tadasana. Okay, please take your right foot over your left. Good. Okay, open your arms in a T. And take a deep breath. As you exhale, twist to the right. Come back to center. Bring both arms up. Flip your right wrist up. Take your left hand and grab your right wrist. And we're going to crescent over to the left. And then back to center. And now you can bend your knees and forward fold. Bring your hands on blocks if you like, or the mat. Your block can be any height. So your knees are like nestled within each other and bent or straight. You can straighten them if you like. And slowly come back up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms in a T, Anjali Mudra, uncross, and Tadasana. Left foot over the right. Inhale, arms in a T. Exhale, twist left. Inhale back to center, reach up. Flip your left palm up, take your left wrist with your right hand and crescent over to the right. Okay, back to center, inhale, exhale, forward fold. Bending your knees as much as you need to, resting your hands on a block of mat. And then slowly come back up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms in a T, Anjali Mudra, uncross, and Tadasana. Okay, we are going to balance. I'm giving you fair warning. So if you want to get off your mat, starting in Tadasana. Bring your arms in a T, inhale. Exhale, twist your body to the right. So your right hip is going to go back slightly, your left hip is going to come forward slightly. Now, come onto the right toes, and then pick up your right leg. Keep your twist, pick up your right leg, keep your twist. If you want to take your left hand onto your thigh to hold it up, you can do that. Just keep your twist. Good, you guys. Okay, come back forward and back to Tadasana. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist to the left. So your right hip's going to come forward slightly. Find your focal point, shift your weight to the right foot and bring your left foot up. Keep your twist. If you want to take your hand on the outside of the left thigh, you can do that or not. Just keep your twist, keep your balance, keep your focal point. And don't forget to breathe. Release, back to center, return to Tadasana. Take a couple of breaths. And then come back to your mat. Have your blocks handy. Inhale, reach up. Bend your knees, fold. Inhale here. Exhale, step your right foot back so that you're in a high lunge. So your hands or blocks are on either side of your front foot. Your left knee is right on top of the ankle. Lift your right quads so you feel those muscles in your leg engage. Good. Now we're going to take our left arm, bring it forward and up to the ceiling, and then around back, rotating our shoulder. Keep on going. Again, forward, up, back, down, and again, forward, up, back, down. And this time, we're going to pause when our hand comes down beside the foot and then twist open to the left. Hand comes down, back to mat or blocks. Straighten your front leg. So this is a very wide pyramid pose. You can raise your blocks up if you like. Level your hips. Good. And then put weight into the right hand and twist open to the left. Again, this time with straight leg. That hand comes down. Step back to plank with or without blocks. and into upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Either walk up to your hands or kick your right foot up behind you, swing it up between your hands, and step up with the left. Slowly come on up. Inhale. Exhale. Arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. And Tadasana. Inhale up. Exhale, bend the knees, fold. Hands on blocks or mat. Step the left foot back into your high lunge. So right knee is over the right ankle. Your left quad is engaged. Put weight into the back heel. Your knee is just slightly bent. And if your hands on blocks, you might want to move the block out of the way while you rotate the right shoulder forward, up, back, and down. And then again. And then again. And then again. And your hand comes back down to the ground. Bring it out to the side and up to the ceiling. Hand comes back down to blocks or mat. Straighten your front leg. Level your hips. Put weight into the left hand and twist again to the right. This time keeping the front leg straight. Hand comes down. Step back to plank. Upward facing dog. Downward dog. Either walk up to your hands or kick the left foot up behind you and swing it up between your hands. Step up with your right. Slowly come on up. Inhale. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. And Tadasana. Take a break. Have knee padding if you use it, have it within reach. And then inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale here. Exhale, right foot steps back. And then the right knee comes down. And then bring your arms forward and up into Anjali Asana. Push your tailbone down. Keep your front knee steady. Inhale, open arms in a T. Exhale, twist to the right. Flip your left hand up over your head. Your right arm wraps behind you in a reverse crescent. Unravel your hand so that it comes back forward. Inhale. Exhale, bring your palms together into your heart. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. Right elbow hooks on the outside of the left leg. Okay, keep the twist. And we did this last week, you know where we're going. Now, you don't have to do this. Actually, you don't have to even be here if you don't want to. Tuck your... Oh, except you. Yeah. Okay, so pick up your, what is it, your right knee. And now we're going to keep the twist and quickly step the right foot up to the left in a twisted chair. Good. And then come forward into a regular chair. Good. And all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. Tadasana. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the knees, fold. And inhale. Exhale, left foot steps back. Bring the left knee down. And then come into our Anjali Asana. So the back foot can be flat or your toes could be tucked under. Think about pushing your tailbone backwards so you're not overarching your low back. Inhale, open arms in a T, twist left. Right hand flips up over your head, left arm wraps behind you. And then come back forward, inhale, reach up. Exhale, palms together into your heart center. Inhale, exhale, twist, left elbow hooks to the right leg. Okay, steady up your core. Find your drishti, your focal point. Lift the left knee. And when you're ready, step the left foot up into your twisted chair. Good. And then come forward into a regular chair. And then all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, arms in a T. Onto the mudra. And Tadasana. Well done. Very good. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Step back to downward dog. Just stay here for a couple of breaths. And then bring your knees down and sit back to child pose. Okay, please push back up to your hands and come onto your backs, head facing toward me. Grab a block. And we'll do everyone's favorite sacrum on the block. If your legs are up, please lower them. Lift your hips, remove the block. Keep your knees bent. Bring your arms in a T, palms facing up. Push into your feet, pick up your hips, shift them 2 inches to the left. Let your knees fall to the right, and your head will turn to the left. Head back to center, knees back to center, hips back to center. Pick up your bottom, scoot it 2 inches to the right so that your knees fall to the left and your head turns right. Head back to center, knees back to center, hips back to center. Bring your knees into your chest. Place your fingers around your shins, hug the knees in. Maybe roll around on your spine a little bit. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, roll your head up toward your knees. And then slowly roll your spine back down. Release your legs to the mat and let them go long on the mat. And whatever you want to do next to prepare for Shavasana, up to you. I'm going to slowly migrate to turn the music to the computer. Please focus on your breath. Slow down your breathing. please bring your awareness back to your breath. Deepen your breathing as you make small movements to gently wake up your body. Please bend your knees and roll onto your right side in a fetal position to seal the practice. And now, please, very slowly, keeping a quiet mind, push up to seated. And then please join me with the closing chant. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. Victory to the Cat Rock Yoga class and to the inner teacher. Jai Shri Satguru Maharaj Ki Jai. Knuckles to my forehead honors God. Knuckles to my chin honors you. Knuckles to my heart honors myself. Namaste. Jai yogis. Jai yogis.